lose money with it, like anything else. You can't be impulsive with it. You have to know what you're looking for, why it should be there in the chart, and it needs to be dressed in a manner where it fits your model. If it doesn't, don't push the button. Don't trade it, not even with a demo. Pushing a demo button, even though there's no real monetary risk involved, is creating habits. And you want those habits to be constructive and positive, not bad habits, not rewarding impulsiveness. And then when the 13 different previous trades or trading accounts that you set up as a demo got blown or haven't really shown any result, oh, I'll just reset it. That's the problem with these funded account companies. They're teaching you to think that, well, I can trade with aggressive money management, which isn't really money management, it's just gambling. And I'm going to do the max leverage because even if I fail, it's cheaper for me to do this than to trade with my own money. And I might be able to get a big win over leveraging. That is the absolute asinine way to look at trading. You're trying to make lottery wins. When if you just simply just sit down and try to do small little incremental gains and then measure how you think. What were your highlights of that? What was the low points? What were you fearful of? What were the things that were paramount in the trade idea? Did it deliver like you were expecting? How much precision was there? How much drawdown did you have? How much time did it take for your trade idea to manifest itself from the time you saw it in the inception of the move to when it got to your target or terminus? How long did it take for that to happen before you got uncomfortable or impatient? Or how long did it take for your impatience to be subsided and then feel confident that you're on side, that you're going to trust the trade? These are all critical measuring points. They're all KPIs to your output. They're measuring values that you have to be conscious of, especially in the beginning. If you don't do that, if you don't do those things, if you don't focus on those aspects of your intellectual thought process, how you emotionally are stimulated by the things that you're thinking and how you're seeing, look at that move here. Right up into this inefficiency again. You're wasting your time if you don't do those things. They're more critical than learning the next thing I'm going to teach you. And I mean that sincerely, because 90% of the problem that you have is you. And you don't want to hear that. It sounds like a cop-out excuse. Oh, your stuff should work with everybody. It will. In everybody's hands. It'll work in everybody's hands if they follow the instructions and allow themselves to get the fuck out of their own way. Probably the best decision you've ever made then. Because if you're not equipped to be in this, come hell or high water, on the good days and the bad days, because the bad days are going to come. It's going to rain. And I'm not talking about lots of profits, like make it rain, ICT. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's going to be a deluge where, it's bad. And you're the third monkey on the ramp and it's starting to rain. Okay. It's like do or die. So you have to absolutely know that you want to do this. And you have to dial back how much you're pressing and pushing in the beginning. Lots of leverage, lots of account size, lots of contracts, or if you're trading Forex, lots. You're trying to get the results that would hopefully inspire you. If you're not inspired by getting consistently 5 handles on paper consistently in the beginning, you will never be consistent at this. I swear to God Almighty, I'm telling you right now, anybody that goes into this trying to just make a lot of money right from the beginning, you're conditioning yourself to accept only home runs. You're treating yourself as a person that can't take a loss. So you're teaching yourself when you do take a loss, you're going to blow your mind out. You're going to be like, oh man, you're going to try to do everything you can to fix it right away, which makes you insecure, which means you're going to have scared money, and scared money makes no money. All these factors, these are all things that are paramount in every trader's development. They have to be maintained. They have to be managed. They have to be parented. You can't let yourself just get out here and do whatever you feel like doing. That's not how you do it. You have to have rules. You have to have expectations placed on yourself that if this happens, I have to stop. If this happens, I have to turn the charts off. It doesn't mean that my model doesn't work. It just means that I'm learning, and I have to allow myself to be able to just take one adverse result in the beginning and see over time that one adverse losing position or expectation that didn't come to fruition, tomorrow when I try to do something else using the same model, if it works, it cancels out that negative, and you don't allow yourself to make it bigger where it's hard to get out of it. It's real important to have that mindset in the beginning. But I know everybody wants to make money real quick. They want to make a payout. They want to get profitable. They want to be on leaderboards. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to challenge people. I got it. I understand all that stuff. But how are you paying your bills? Are you just meeting it right now or barely getting it? If you want to use these markets like that, what was going on that caused me to lose real money, blow accounts, giving Lynn Waldock more money every time I open up a new account and I dusted it, I would go into those trades that I lost on. That's where you learn. You do not learn from your winning trades. You don't learn anything except for ego, pride, and greed. And those three lessons are ones that you want to avoid. All of your study needs to be on the basis of your losing trades. But you don't beat yourself up psychologically or emotionally and say, oh, I failed here. This is so horrible. I should have never done this. Be thankful that you still want to trade even though you did that, because that's a trader. A trader that takes losses, drawdown, and blows an account, but still feels like I'm going to get this. I'm going to figure this out for myself in a model that allows me to be consistently profitable. If you can maintain that in the early stages of your development, that is critical, because it's really, really easy for weak-minded individuals that they don't really have their heart set on this. So they'll be more inclined to just simply take the first loss and say, yeah, this is too much for me. That's probably the best decision you've ever made then. Because if you're not equipped to be in this, come hell or high water, on the good days and the bad days, because the bad days are going to come. It's going to rain. And I'm not talking about lots of profits, like make it rain, ICT. That's